Hey guys, it's RaidersFan3179. I came back with another video. This time we're going to chapter still number 1, which is the part 2 of chapter 1 of my Raiders edition. I'm going to be finishing that, then I'm going to be moving on to the next chapter. So hope you guys like it, enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so it was January of 12th of 2016, the time I will never forget. Before the move, I was super excited that the NFL is really gonna be relocating to Los Angeles, and I was expecting my beloved team. Yup, my Raiders coming to LA. I'm very happy that the Raiders are finally got in the list, and so many Raider fans, we were all waiting for them. But we always prepared. We got ourselves, the the fan club called the Autumn Wind Pirates, which is our Southern California or Southside Pirates, you can say, fan club for Raider Booster Club. We were all pumped up and excited for all of this, but unfortunately, everything got us the last laugh. In the end, the NFL decided to give the Rams an opportunity to move to Los Angeles. When I found out the news, I was super not happy, and I was super mad and angry that my beloved football team didn't come. I mean, at the same time, I know I'm happy for Oakland fans that they finally got their team as a true fan. But at the same time, it's still not fair that my team, my beloved football team, didn't even come. After that, during that same season, we did got a winning record, and I cannot believe how we were doing great. Like when the Raiders were doing great for the first time ever in since 2003, we had our first winning season. Oh my gosh, man! Including, like I mentioned, the last part 1 of the video of chapter 1. Oh man, Khalil Mack sack. I will never forget. I will never forget our first ever Sunday Night Football against the Denver Broncos. I'll never forget the last win when we had against San Diego. Well, not really technically our last win. Our last win was Indianapolis, but until when Derek Carr got injured, I was so sad and upset that it has to be this way. When I tried Matt McGloy, unfortunately he didn't do well because I don't know what happened. Season went fall apart. I was expecting Connor Cook was gonna do great, but unfortunately he didn't do what we expected for him to do. Including during our first ever playoffs, for the first time since 2003 when we stepped in, we lost to the Houston Texans. Oh man, it was very disappointed, and it was a sad loss. Including, not to mention, I forgot that one of my favorite games from the Raiders was Mexico game against the Houston Texans. I mean, we beat the Texans, and we finally show Mexico who owns, Raider Nation owns to Mexico. Man, those were the days. But unfortunately, we haven't been to Mexico for a while, which I'm sad that we haven't been there. I mean, no offense to the UK, but I think it's best that we should be in Mexico. No offense, but I don't think UK game doesn't match up for the Raiders. Anyway, so after the whole season and everything like that, so I was expecting the Raiders were gonna move to LA, or at least the Chargers were gonna have an opportunity to stay in San Diego, which I'm hoping for, and I crossed my fingers at that time. But unfortunately, the Chargers decided to accept the movement to Los Angeles. When I first found out the move, I was not happy at all too. I was so mad. Even a lot of Raider fans from LA, we were all super mad. Even I asked myself to this day, why did the NFL gave the Chargers to Los Angeles? Like, couldn't they just stay in San Diego? I mean, yeah, they were Los Angeles at first, but just for one season. But in the end, there's nothing we can't do about it, and I was still pissed off and mad to this day. But other than that, during the time before the Chargers decided to relocate to Los Angeles, the Raiders were looking at the possibility chance of Las Vegas. Okay, so the original plan was supposed to be in the airport, in that opening area where the airport's going to be there, but they decided to move it to the other side in Mandalay Bay. I don't know why they decided to move. Maybe because of I don't know, some weird decisions, but who knows? We don't know. We'll never know. So, anyways, after the Chargers got accepted to Los Angeles, we were thinking about moving to Las Vegas, and then it was confirmed. And on that day of January or February 2017, that day was the mark of the relocation. The Raiders have finally announced they will be moving to Las Vegas. Well, not for now, but they decided to stay put in Oakland, which in my personal opinion, I say they should have just moved already, because they should have just played at Sam Boy Stadium, but I don't know why Mark Davis doesn't like it, but I don't know. It is what it is. But anyways, so during the next season, unfortunately, it didn't went well as we expected. I was super not happy with some of the decisions. I mean, for the first two games when we were facing the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets, we were doing great. Like, we were dominating, we were doing okay. Marshawn Lynch is becoming the new running back. Ever since Latavius Murray, they had to let him go, which I was not happy about that decision. But unfortunately, something did not went well. Ever since the Washington Redskins game on Sunday night, we became a turn-off team. Like, we were failing, we were losing, we didn't do great. We were winning some few games, but we didn't catch up as we were expecting. We were trying to. In the end, after the Charger game, Mark Davis decided to fire Jack Del Rio. He decided to rehire John Gruden. When I first found out the news, I was super excited. I mean, I have heard of John Gruden before, like a long time ago. Before, I didn't know when I used to watch Super Bowl 37. I didn't know he was also a former coach of ours. I thought he was fully a coach of Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but it turns out he was from us, the Raiders. So they decided to rehire him back. When I found the news, I was like, "Ooh, man, I'm really excited," because they're going back to early 2000s. See how it works out. Unfortunately, at that time, at the same season, it didn't work out. We only got 4 wins. I mean, I understand John Gruden needs time to think about, about the new stuff and everything. I don't blame him, but it's just what I don't get is that what's going on and everything. And honestly, yeah, Mark Davis, no offense, but the guy, he deserved to get the blame because, he's not making proper decisions. That was a total wreck what he did. In the end, for the first 2 seasons wasted that he promised for a championship. However, in 2019, HBO has finally broadcast the first ever Raiders edition of Hard Knocks. I haven't seen it, I never even watched it, but I saw some videos on YouTube. But man, it was really amazing. However, oh my gosh, man, 2019, I mean, we did solid decent, but we could have done a little bit better, but it's all good. I mean, we'll see how it goes in Vegas. But anyways, during the 2019 season, at first, when we won on the Denver Broncos on the first Monday Night Football, it was like, okay, we're getting ready. Out of all of them, I only like the winning games, but even though the losing games were sad, but my favorite part about the winning game is the Thursday Night Football against the Chargers. Because to the NFL and to everybody, their favorite game of all was last season was the Rams versus the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, because they said it's one of the greatest game of all time. But to me, this is like the Rams and Chiefs. This should be like the Rams and Chiefs of this season, because this is one of the best games that the NFL should put the greatest games of all time. Raiders versus Chargers at Thursday Night Football. Not just because we won, it's because there's something great and popular about it. It was like the most talked about. I heard that a lot of people were keeping talking about it. And also, my favorite part is the last home game. No, not the Jacksonville Jaguars, because it was a sad one. I'll get to that. Was Carson, our official final home game, where there's a lot of Raider fans. Oh my gosh, man. So many Raider fans still support them, including, doesn't matter what city they represent, even though we always will support the Raiders. Even when they come to Los Angeles as a visiting team, they always will be our beloved team. And even though what happened was during the Jacksonville Jaguars game, I was super upset that we lost, because I wish we could have won, because that's Oakland's last home game. And plus, I feel sorry for and sad for the fans. I mean, I understand that a lot of fans are very disappointed, but throwing trash on the field and getting angry doesn't solve the problem, in my personal opinion. I mean, I understand, like I say, but as a true fan, it's not going to solve the problem. Violence don't solve. But after the whole, this whole entire season thing going on, what happened was the Raiders, once the season comes to an end, I was like, come on, Raiders, you guys can do better. But guess what? Carson got us good, and I was like, oh man, I'm super happy and excited that we won the game, man. But in the end, I was really happy that the Raiders are moving to Las Vegas. I'm super happy, excited, pumped up, jacked. I can't wait. But as a fan, I feel sad and sympathy for Oakland fans. But even though I'm still angry, mad, and pissed off, even to this day, that they never come to Los Angeles, which I'd rather have no football team but my Raiders. That's my real LA team. No matter what, Oakland, LA, Las Vegas, or whoever, or maybe San Diego can be part of it, we always will be the Raider Nation. That is my beloved football team. So, if anyone asks, what's my opinion about the Las Vegas Raiders now renamed it back in January? In my personal opinion, it was really awesome. At least the good news is Mark Davis doesn't have to change the colors. He doesn't have to change the name. Good. We don't need that. We want to keep, I'd rather have him keep the name, keep the colors to himself because that is his father's legacy. And no, it should be stayed like that for good. And it should boom me. It should be called the Las Vegas Raiders in my personal opinion. And that's what I mean it, and that's what I see before. And anyways, so yeah, this is always had to say right now about my topic of how life as a fan, and man, this will be my team until I'm dead, and I will still love the Las Vegas Raiders. No matter what, whatever city they always represent, to my world, they always will be Oakland's team, and to myself, they always will be Los Angeles team forever. That's all I can say. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you guys like it. And also, there will be more chapters of Life as a Fan. This will be the last time I'll be talking about the Raiders in this episode because this is the chapter 1. So we're moving on to chapter 2 and soon after. So hope you guys like it. And let me know down in the comments or give it a like. And I appreciate it from the love deserved from you guys.